Close your eyes for a moment and imagine a perfect circle spinning before you, its lines pulsing with lights that defy explanation. Now, open your eyes and ask, what if this simple shape held the secret of the entire universe? Thousands of years ago, in dark caves and temples perched on mountains, men and women drew mandalas, not on a whim, but as if answering an ancestral call. In Tibet, a monk spends weeks crafting a mandala of colored sand, only to destroy it with a breath, whispering that the true mystery lies not in what is seen, but in what is felt. In southern India, women trace circular patterns at their doorsteps, believing they open channels to the divine. What do these acts, separated by continents and eras, have in common? What if mandalas were not just art, but a sacred code, a forgotten language that binds the heavens to the earth, the self to the infinite? While the world races in straight lines, these circles invite us to pause, to look, to question. What do they know that we have yet to grasp? Prepare for a journey that crosses lost civilizations, challenges the boundaries of logic, and whispers truths that could transform your view of reality. After all, what would you do if you discovered that the entire universe fits within a circle? Beneath the starry sky of a still young world, trembling hands gripped a piece of charcoal and scratched a circle onto cold stone in a cave. There was no paint, no brushes, only instinct, a primal need to give form to chaos. These first traces, found in archaeological sites like Lascaux in France or Bhimbetka in India, date back tens of thousands of years. They were not random drawings, they were rudimentary mandalas, circles within circles, as if prehistoric humans already sensed an invisible order. But why? What drove them to repeat this shape across every corner of the planet? In Sanskrit, mandala means circle, but also completeness, a concept that resonates in humanity's oldest spiritual traditions. In Tibetan Buddhism, mandalas are reflections of the cosmos, geometric maps guiding the soul toward enlightenment. In Hinduism, yantras, close kin to mandalas, are living altars, invoking deities like Vishnu or Kali with their sacred patterns. But the story of mandalas doesn't begin in Asia. At Stonehenge in England, circles of stone raised 5,000 years ago align with the sun and stars, as if they were three-dimensional mandalas meant to capture the rhythm of the heavens. In South America, the Incas traced solar discs in gold, while Australian Aboriginals painted spirals on red earth, narrating dreaming tracks that connect the physical to the spiritual. This ubiquity raises an unsettling question. Is the mandala a human invention, or something the universe taught us? Modern science offers clues. Astronomers know that galaxies spin in spirals, planets follow elliptical orbits, and even the DNA in our cells coils into helices. Nature loves circles, and the ancients, without telescopes or microscopes, seem to have intuited this. In the Rig Veda Indian texts from 1500 BCE, there are mentions of circles of light that sages saw in visions, guiding them to the center of being. In Egypt, the solar disk of Aton was revered as the eye of the universe. Every culture found its mandala, as if all were hearing the same cosmic whisper. But the mystery deepens. In 2013, excavations at Göbekli Tepe in Turkey uncovered 11,000-year-old pillars carved with circular patterns, predating any known civilization. Who made them and why? Some archaeologists speculate they were temples, others that they were star maps. What if they were both, or something beyond? When you draw a circle on paper, what are you trying to say to the universe? Perhaps, like those early humans, you sense that the circle is more than a shape. It is a portal to what we cannot name. Imagine the piercing silence of a Himalayan monastery. A monk hunches over a wooden table, his fingers clutching a thin metal rod. With precise movements, he lets grains of colored sand, red, blue, yellow, fall, forming a labyrinth of circles and squares that seem to pulse with life. Days, sometimes weeks, pass in this silent dance. When the mandala is complete, he gazes at it for a moment, takes a deep breath, and with a gentle motion, sweeps it all to the floor. The wind carries the grains away, and the cycle begins anew. To an onlooker, it's a paradox. To the monk, it's the essence of existence. Nothing is permanent, but everything is sacred. In the Vajrayana tradition of Tibetan Buddhism, Mandalas are not mere images, they are gateways to consciousness. Meditating on them is more than a focus exercise, it's a journey. The Kalachakra Tantra, a 1,000-year-old esoteric text, describes the mandala as a map of time and space, where each layer represents a realm of existence, from the physical to the divine. Monks believe that by fixing their eyes on its symmetrical patterns, the mind aligns with the cosmos, dissolving the illusions of the ego. The accounts are extraordinary. Masters entering trances for days, visions of spinning lights, even tales of yogis who vanish in meditation, as if crossing an invisible threshold. In 1978, a team of scientists from Harvard University visited a monastery in Dharamsala to study this phenomenon. They attached electrodes to monks meditating before mandalas and observed something intriguing. Their brain waves shifted to an unusual state, with high coherence between hemispheres, a sign of neural harmony rarely seen. The parietal lobe, responsible for our sense of body and space, slowed, while the prefrontal cortex linked to deep perception lit up. One researcher noted, "It's as if the brain becomes a receiver, picking up something beyond itself." Was this science confirming the spiritual, or just the start of a greater mystery? And there are stories that defy logic. In the 13th century, the Tibetan master Longchenpa wrote of visions of living mandalas spinning in the air during his practices, guiding him through planes of light. In 2010, a monk in Bhutan reported feeling his body dissolve while meditating with a mandala, as if he himself became the pattern. What's happening here? Could mandalas be more than tools, keys to dimensions the ordinary mind cannot reach? When you've lost yourself in a repetitive pattern, be it on a rug or in a dream, what did you feel beyond the silence? Hold a mandala before your eyes and look. The circles intertwine, the squares align, the colors vibrate as if whispering something. It's not just beauty, it's a code. In Buddhism, every element has a purpose. The outer circle shields against chaos. The four gates represent the elements. The center is the point of union with the divine. But the esotericism of mandalas goes beyond the obvious. In the Dzogchen tradition, they say mandalas breathe, emitting vibrations that only the initiated perceive. A 15th century Tibetan Lama wrote that the sound of the mandala is the sound of the universe. But what does that mean? Connections to other cultures form a labyrinth of clues. In India, kolams, circular patterns drawn with rice powder, are offerings to cosmic forces, traced at sunrise to attract harmony. In Ireland, the Celts carved triple spirals into stones, believing they guided the soul between worlds. In Mexico, the Aztecs built circular calendars like the sunstone, which some call a mandala of time. And in 1969, an expedition in Peru's Nazca Desert found a ceramic artifact with a circular design mirroring Tibetan mandalas, an impossible coincidence or an echo of shared knowledge. Unexplained phenomena fuel the enigma. In 1987, visitors to Tibet's Sami monastery reported seeing a 12th century painted mandala light up during a ceremony, its colors pulsing as if alive. Witnesses at a Japanese Shingon temple founded by Kukai in the 9th century swore they heard a low hum emanating from a mandala during a ritual. Mass illusion or something more? In modern esotericism, some claim mandalas channel energy, placing them under beds to cure nightmares. Is this superstition or a science we've lost? Pause for a moment. When you see a mandala, do you feel mere curiosity or something deeper? A memory you can't explain? Perhaps they are more than symbols, mirrors of the hidden, reflecting truths the world has forgotten. It was a cold night in 1916 in Zurich. Carl Jung, exhausted after years studying the psyche, picked up a notebook and began to draw. Without knowing why, he traced circles, circles within circles, filled with shapes that seemed to dance. He didn't know the term mandala at the time, but he would soon discover he was redrawing a millennia-old symbol. For Jung, these images were more than doodles. They were the unconscious speaking, a bridge between inner chaos and universal order. He noticed something fascinating. Patients in crisis who had never heard of mandalas spontaneously drew circular patterns. A woman described a dream where a circle of light enveloped her, easing her anxiety. A man drew a mandala after a loss, feeling the weight lift from his chest. Jung called this an archetype, a form as old as humanity, etched in the collective unconscious. He wrote, "The mandala is the self, the wholeness we seek to become." But his diaries reveal something stranger, dreams where mandalas spun like portals, leading him to places beyond time. Had he touched the same mystery as the Tibetan monks? Modern neuroscience offers a glimpse. Studies show that gazing at symmetrical shapes like mandalas reduces stress and boosts dopamine, creating a sense of peace. But that doesn't explain everything. In 2019, an experiment with volunteers coloring mandalas recorded reports of inner warmth and fleeting visions, echoes of what Jung described. Is the mandala a biological trigger or a key to something deeper? When you felt drawn to a pattern without knowing why, what were you seeking? If this mystery resonates with you, imagine how many other secrets might be hidden. Subscribe to the channel to continue this journey into the unknown. Today, mandalas are everywhere, tattooed on arms, hung on walls, colored in therapeutic books. But their essence hasn't faded. In Reiki sessions, therapists place mandalas over chakras, claiming they align energies in patients. In Feng Shui, they're positioned in homes to dispel chaos. There are intriguing stories. In 2017, a California school introduced mandalas in mindfulness classes, and teachers noted a 40% drop in student conflicts. Coincidence or something more? Quantum physics suggests parallels. Physicists like David Bohm speak of a holographic universe where each part reflects the whole, an idea mandalas seem to embody. Fractals, patterns that repeat infinitely, appear in galaxies, trees, and even the human brain, as if nature follows a circular design. What if mandalas were visual representations of these laws? In Japan, the monk Kukai used mandalas in rituals to awaken entire communities, a feat that resonates with modern studies showing group meditation alters local electromagnetic fields. And there are personal experiences. In 2020, a man in Brazil reported drawing a mandala during an anxiety crisis, feeling a light guide him back to calm. Another in France hung a mandala in his room and dreamed of spinning circles that made him rethink his life. What's at stake here? Perhaps mandalas are more than art or therapy. They are acts of creation, bridges to transform what we feel and who we are. When you've looked at a circle and felt a shiver, what was awakening in you? If mandalas are the sacred code of the universe, where do they lead us? In a fragmented world, wars, screens, endless noise, these silent circles offer a return to unity. Modern spirituality embraces them as tools for healing, while science studies them as windows into the mind. But the mystery endures. Are they a legacy of the ancients or a call to something we don't yet understand? Imagine a future where humanity traces a collective mandala, not with ink or sand, but with aligned thoughts. The Buddhist Lotus Sutra speaks of a pure world created by minds united in harmony. What if mandalas were the map to that vision? Quantum science suggests consciousness shapes reality. Particles shift under our gaze, fields change with our intentions. Perhaps the power of mandalas lies here, in reminding us we are co-creators of the cosmos. The next step is yours. Pick up a pencil and draw a circle. Feel the stroke, the curve, the emptiness it embraces. What do you see in that space? Just lines or the start of a journey across time and space? Mandalas are here, waiting for you to decipher them. If all we know is just the surface of a far greater truth, what's the next step in your journey to unravel these mysteries? Mandalas spin silently, crossing millennia, whispering secrets the universe holds in its circles. Close your eyes. Visualize a pattern. What does it reveal about you? Perhaps the sacred code isn't just out there, it's within, pulsing, ready to be discovered. Share this discovery with someone who needs to see beyond, and let us know in the comments. What does a mandala mean to you?